The most powerful agents are those that can do things, as well as answering questions, of course. Think in the real world. You've got a customer support person, an agent, who is answering questions. That's useful, but if they could go and fix billing issues and maybe extend someone's free trial, that is so much more powerful. And AI agents are the exact same thing. We can give them tools so they can take actions and be more useful. Let me show you how to do that in just a couple minutes. So here is the agent we're going to work on. It's a really basic starter template. In fact, it's just a single agent step with the default customer support template that we offer. Now, this template can't do anything. It just answers questions. But I think it'd be really useful if the user could ask, hey, send me an email with everything we've talked about. And then the agent could maybe send a summary. Well, let's try building that. Luckily, Voiceflow already has a Gmail tool. That means we can natively use it. If you want to connect to something a bit more bespoke, you can use an API tool instead and connect to literally any service that has an API. But we're going to send an email, so we're going to use the built-in Gmail tool. So we'll first need to connect to our Gmail account. This is the account that the email will be sent from, and this is the same linking flow as pretty much any of the tools available natively on Voiceflow. So I'll click connect and connect again. And then from here, I can choose the email that I want to send my emails from. And I will provide Voiceflow access to my email. And suddenly, I'm now able to send emails on my behalf from inside my agent. Awesome. So now our tool is connected. We're able to actually build with that tool. And connecting a tool to an agent is as simple as clicking it. We want to send an email, so I'll click this send email option. Now, there's a couple settings here, but don't let it kind of look a bit overwhelming. It's actually pretty simple. First up, we have the integration tool at the top, send email. That's the action which we're doing. Next up, we have an LLM description. I'll set this in a second, but this is how we tell our agent what the tool is and when to use it. And then finally, we have some input variables. Who should the email be sent to? What should the subject be? What should the body be? We can either set this ourselves or we can let the agent set it. It's up to us. And finally, at the bottom, you might see that capture response option. We're not going to go into that in this video, but this lets you get the response back from the tool after you complete an action and then use that data elsewhere inside your agent. Okay, first up, let's set that LLM description. We want the user to be able to trigger this tool when they ask for it. So we'll go and override the default description. We'll say, send a summary of the conversation to the user. We're being really direct, really specific, and telling the agent when it should be run and what it actually does. Now, as you're building agents, you might find that sometimes you don't get expected behavior. If that happens, try around with different prompts in this LLM description. Next, we need to set some input variables. Well, we want to be able to go and send emails to anyone. The user can input their own email. So we'll leave this as enabled and as agent collected. That way, the agent will automatically collect the email. Next, the subject. Well, I actually think we should set our own subject on this so it's standardized. Let's go and set it to your conversation's summary. Perfect. And we can also set the body. Now, again, I think our agent is going to be perfectly capable of summarizing its own body of text here, its own conversation. But I am going to give it a bit of a description on what it should put here. So I'm going to say the body of the email, provide a summary of the conversation up to this point here. Amazing. Now, we could optionally choose to enable CC or BCC if we wanted to send the email to other people as well. But I think for this use case, we're not going to need to do that. That's it. We have literally already set up our tool. It really was that simple. We don't need to worry about creating a flow where we ask the user for their email, and I'll show you why in a second. The only thing that's left to do, though, is we should always make sure we tell our agent in this prompt here as well if it needs to trigger a tool. Otherwise, it's not always the clearest to our agent. So let me have a look through this prompt now and work out the best place to put those instructions. I found a section here, scenario handling in our prompt. Well, let's add another scenario. Let's say, send summary email. We can say, if a user requests an email summary of the conversation, offer to send an email to them. And if they accept the offer, use the Gmail tool, Gmail send email tool, to be specific, to send an email containing a short summary of the conversation you just had with the user to them. Awesome. Let's try that out. Let's see if that works as we hope it does. So we're currently using a Claude AI model here. If you've not seen that before, you can click up here to change the model that your agent is using. I find generally Claude models work best with tools. GPT tends to be a little bit more temperamental. So that's why I prefer to use Claude in this use case. Perfect. Let's go and close out and let's hit run. And let's see how our agent does. So first up, I'll have a quick conversation with my agent. I'll say, hey, tell me more about Acme Solutions. It's just a silly little test company we have here. It's going to tell me all about it. It's going to tell me about a product. And just so we got a little bit more context here, I'm like, can you tell me about the Taskmaster Pro? Of course, all of these responses are based on our agent's prompt. That's why it's telling me all of this information. Perfect. Okay. Now for the moment of truth. It's told me this information. I'm like, oh, that sounds awesome. Can you send me an email with a summary about what we just talked about? Of course, in the real world, you might want to adjust your prompt to not literally require the user to ask for this, but there we go. I'd be happy to send an email summary. To get that, I'll just need your email address. Remember, our to email was set as agent collect. So the agent is automatically going to collect it before running the tool. I'll give it my email. Let's see what happens. It's thinking. It's thinking. And we can see here in our debug log that we can say Google Gmail send email succeeded. That means our tool was successfully sent. And we can look inside here and see what was sent by our agent. You can see here, this is what we discussed. Here is the subject. And that is what we set on our agent, remember? And we can see in the chat just here, I sent the summary and, the agent is even offering to follow up. Now let's go and check my email and see if there's an email waiting for me. All right, here I am in my email inbox. And at the top, I see your conversation summary. That is a very familiar sounding email subject. Let's give it a click. And here we go. Hi, Jacqueline. Thanks for reaching out. Here is a quick summary of what we discussed. Well, I asked her what Acme Solutions was, and there's that summary. And there's the main products that they told me in the chat. And finally, I asked about Taskmaster Pro. And there it is, a summary of what that product is as well. Here is our chat summarized into an email. And that is one of the most basic things you can build with tools. You can add rows to Google Sheets. You can create tickets inside of Zendesk. If you really like enterprise, you could pull users' data from Salesforce, although I'd be lying if I said I've ever opened Salesforce in my life. And that's it. It's as simple as that to get started with tools. If you're a developer, make sure you check out the API tool and function tools as well. You can build your own tools that your agent can then call, whether it's an API or some custom JavaScript code. Let us know in the comments down below what tools you end up using and what you end up building with them. I really want to know, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any other videos here on the Voiceflow YouTube channel.